Just go?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your name?
Colin.
What band are you in?
GBH.
What do you do? Singer?
Sing.
Earliest childhood memory?
I love interviews like this. Earliest childhood memory. Going shopping with my mum.
Awesome.
And I used to like hold a dress, because I was so little, hold the back of a dress, follow around the shops. And I looked at something and just grabbed this woman's dress. And it wasn't my mum. I was miles away. Definitely. Love in my heart.
You might not know, I don't know. Favorite Sid and Marty Krofft show? You know who Sid and Marty Krofft are?
Like they did like Lidsville and HR Puff and stuff?
No.
Oh, they don't. No. It might be American.
What do you normally buy in a convenience store?
I always buy cheese, combos, the little like cigarette lighters.
Awesome. Do you go to your high school reunions?
Definitely not. But I do go on this, friendsreunited.com. And I've met a couple of friends, real friends from way back. And because the majority of people I went to school with, I wouldn't piss on them if they was on fire. But certain friends, we sort of met up again after like 20 years, and they were great, just the same.
Awesome. Where's the name GBH come from?
It's originally a police charge, grievous bodily harm. You get arrested beating someone up. But it also means something that's like loud or offensive to your ears.
Okay.
So,
did you drop charged off the logo? Or?
Yeah. Well, originally we were GBH. And people saying, "Oh, there's a band from London called GBH. There's a band from." So we added the charge bit just to differentiate ourselves. And it turns out there was never another band called that. The Jers.
Ross gave me this.
He's just got the Irish bar.
The Irish pub?
Yeah. He's got his Rangers shirt on.
Really?
He's the new one.
Alright. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'll try to
take it.
Ever been fucked over by a friend?
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah. What was the circumstance?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It makes me angry.
Right. You're not straight edge, are you?
Ooh.
Okay. Most regrettable thing you've ever done after a night of partying?
The obvious.
What, fucked a fat chick?
Probably.
What is the first car you ever owned?
First car I ever owned that I bought myself was a Honda Civic, and it was my dream car. I always wanted, the little Honda, the old 70s Honda Civic.
Was it a hatchback?
No, just a tiny little boot about that big. Well, what do you call them? Not boots, trunk.
Yeah.
But it was great, and I loved it. And eventually, the engine still ran. The bodywork fell to bits, and I had to sell it to the scrap company. And they said to me on the telephone, "Yeah, we'll give you £50 for it." And the guy came to pick it up, and he was like, "Oh, no, it's only worth 40." And I went, "I'm not selling it then." And they went, "Okay, give us the £40." But I took their little H off the steering wheel, the Honda logo thing. Kept it.
Awesome.
Still got it.
Worst shithole club you've ever played in?
I'll tell you the worst shithole place we've ever stayed, which is kind of connected, because it was the promoter's flat in Vienna, Austria. We all caught food poisoning and
Jesus.
It was absolutely filthy. There was a little baby running about, just about 2 years old or something. And the guy's changing the nappy and then going, "You want something to eat?" And he's trying to make sandwiches and got shit all over his No, I'm going to do that again.
How many shows have you played that turned into riots?
Actual full-on riots? Probably only about.
Which parent influenced you the most in your musical career?
My musical career? Neither, really.
Really? Your parents didn't support your musical?
Well, they did, but they didn't just kind of influence me. But
what made you want to play music?
I don't know. Until punk rock, I had no interest in music. I heard punk on the radio in '77, the Ramones, and the Pistols, and all that. And I just thought, wow, this is for me.
Till we get off, too.
Were you in the English Dogs?
No,
no.
Never. I discovered them, though,
Oh, really?
if that counts.
Was there ever a time you were scared shitless? And if so, why?
Yeah, a few times. One time in Holland, playing to about 800 people, and they were about 10 yards from the stage. It was like, as we started playing, there's a bit of a gap, and eventually, like, you know, and then all of a sudden, all these skinheads sort of filtered through.
Alright.
And they were like, Zeke Island, you know what they normally do. And then one pulls a fucking machete.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
And he was trying to chuck the cables in between the monitors.
What, to stop you guys from
I
playing?
don't know what he wanted.
Have you ever met Ian Stewart?
No, he's dead, thank God.
Yeah, how did he die? I've heard like...
Car crash, I think it was.
Yeah, he was like a drunk driver killed him or something like that, right?
I laughed when I heard it.
Yeah.
Do you have siblings, children, or both?
Both, lots. Do you want a list?
Sure.
I've got 4 brothers, 2 sisters, and
What
2 children.
What are you?
I've got a sister who's 4 years older than me, and there's me, then I've got a brother 2 years younger,
Alright.
4 years younger, 4 years younger, 4 years younger.
Okay, that's cool.
And I've got 2 girls, aged 12 and 9.
Alright. What do they think about you playing in a band? They think it's cool, or just like...
They're blasé about it. It's all they've ever known.
Alright.
But they're into it. They love music.
Alright, okay. Worst job you've ever had?
Worst job I've ever had? I haven't had many. Well, the first, I had a paper round when I was little, and then I progressed to working in a fruit and vegetable store.
Alright.
Where I had to go with the owner. I used to have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Alright.
go to the market, buy all the fruit and veg, go back to the shop, set it all up for 6 o'clock. And I used to get, back then, about £12 a week.
What's
That's about, it's nearly $20 a week doing that.
Alright.
Getting up at 4 o'clock.
What year was, when was GBH's first show?
1980.
1980. Do you remember who it was with?
Yeah, a band called the Poison Girls.
The Poison.
An English anarchist band. Another band called Bunker. And it was a prostitutes' rights benefit gig. Honestly.
Awesome. Did you earn a lot of money for them?
I don't know, they didn't see any there. Could have been a vicious rumour.
Did your parents make you go to church when you were little? And if so, what religion were you?
No, they didn't. And I'm totally agnostic.
Right. Ever been arrested?
Yes,
Can I ask what for?
you can.
Sure, what were you arrested for?
Possession of an offensive weapon,
What was that?
a flick knife. That was back when, in the 50s, when I was a rockabilly.
Awesome.
No, that's a joke.
Who's your favorite band to tour with? Up to this point, what was your favorite tour of all time?
They were all good.
How many tours have you done?
Lots.
Right.
I can't think of a number. But nearly all the bands we've ever toured with, we get on fine, never any trouble.
Any horror road stories? Like crashing a bus or
We've never crashed.
breaking down?
We were driving along once in England and an 18-wheeler jackknifed in front of us.
Right.
It was snowing and shit. And it was going side, you see it on, all this TV, reality TV.
It's like going sideways like that.
The cab was heading the way it should have been, and the trailer was like going sideways, and then it kept flipping back.
Holy.
And we slowed down a bit. And then when we did eventually overtake it, we got quick, overtake it.
My band actually opened for you guys back at Janus Landing. When you got Gobstopper.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Watermelon incident.
Yeah, I played bass with that, and then you guys blew up all kinds of fireworks and stuff on stage at the end.
Somebody's in the street, isn't it?
Right, yeah.
I remember.
In St. Pete? Yeah, it was like about 12 years ago, probably.
My favourite place around there is Clearwater.
Oh, really?
I've been on holiday there like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, really?
You do a week in Disneyland, and then you get a choice of another
What's your favorite place to go in Disneyland?
None of it really. No.
Really? You like Space Mountain? Did you go to that?
That was I liked the water park that looks like it's snowing.
Is that Paradise or?
No.
I haven't been to Disney World since
I'm not sure, man.
7.
Blizzard Beach.
Blizzard Beach?
Yeah.
Is that awesome?
It's got a really big water in that slide thing.
What's your favorite English ale or beer or cider or what? Which
Beer. I like Guinness.
really? Boddingtons?
No, not really.
What about the Mac lads?
Stella Artois. Mac lads.
You know those guys? Muttley?
I've never met her. I've seen them. I've never met her.
Are you,
They're funny.
Yeah, they got some really great songs.
We're the lads from Mac.
And we want some crack.
Um,
I think they've just reformed. So.
Oh, really? They broke up?
Yeah, they've got a new. I've heard it. Sorry, they've got a big new website.
Oh, really?
Which is probably maclads.com or something.
Awesome. But that's like a town in Macclesfield
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
north of Birmingham where we live. It's kind of north of Birmingham and south of Manchester.
Oh, really? So, and that's where their name comes from,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Mac, it's like the short version of Macclesfield.
Awesome.
who got you into punk rock, and what was the first show you ever saw?
No one really got me in. I got myself into it, I think. First show was the Ramones, Rosellos, and a band called Sore Throat in Birmingham, our hometown.
Right.
And I was still at school. And I went, and the show was brilliant. And then I got chased by a load of football, soccer fans.
Alright.
Hooligans?
Football hooligans. And I just made it onto I had to get a bus home on my own. And I was only like 15 or 16. And I just got to the bus, and the driver closed the doors, and then all these hooligans banging on the window.
Well, because they were from a rival town or what?
No, well, they were Aston Villa fans, but in them days, and I'm an Aston Villa fan, but in them days, everyone hated punks.
Oh, really? No matter what?
No. But luckily, the driver never opened the doors. But I still have nightmares about him knocking on the window.
Do you like Leeds or Manchester or any other?
Aston Villa.
Oh, Aston Villa. Do you guys whip people's ass over there or what?
Not last season. We were pretty. We nearly got relegated. If you finish in the bottom 3 in the league, you get relegated to the next division down. And we were like 5th from the bottom. So. But there's always next season.
Right.
Last question, what does punk mean to you?
It is life.
Have any questions for him?
I think that's about it, man.
All right, man.